The investigator followed the sound, but he realized that the chanting had stopped. He instantly got nervous, but he kept moving in the same direction as the noise once was. And after he followed his sound, he saw Miss Agnes laying there. She seemed very relaxed, even though she had no eyes. She seemed very relaxed, even though she was hurt. So he came to her. "Are you okay?" he said. Miss Agnes didn't say a word. She didn't say a word because her whole plan the whole time was not to say anything. So as the day went on, he called the police, and they came to get her, to tend to her eyes. And as the night began to fall, the kids at the school went home, and the teachers began to pack up. The investigator stayed around and watched what was going on. He was writing down everything that he began to notice. He noticed these three things. The teachers don't really communicate with each other about anything. Number two, the kids don't have lunch at lunchtime. Number three, nobody really even acknowledged the fact that I was here, even though I had a 911 call. Nobody had anything to say. And as he clicked his pen and closed the book, he began wandering again. He noticed that the kids went home on the bus, but there weren't that many kids in the school. When he walked into class 531, there were 7 kids. When he walked into class 532, there were 3 kids. Normally, in normal schools, they have 300 to 400 kids, but in this school, they could all fit on the very same bus. He began to wonder, why are there so many strange things that happen this way in this school? Why are there so many teachers, but not so many students? Where does the funding come from if they don't have that many students? Then he began to wonder, this is not even a rural area. Why is it that there aren't more kids in the school? You would think that he would go around asking the teachers questions, but he already didn't trust them, because when Agnes was found in the woods with her eyes injured, what began to happen was the teachers stood there, watched her, and did not say a word. And after she was on the gurney and went into the ambulance, not a word was said. And as the ambulance drove away, not a word was said. And they went back to their daily lives as if nothing happened. So he already didn't trust any of the teachers. So In the beginning, he was very hopeful that he could get information from teachers. But after seeing that, he did not trust them. So his very first idea came. Maybe we should put a camera in one of the rooms. But he thought, well, this is a school. Why wouldn't they have cameras already? So he began to walk up to the security room, but he couldn't find one. So he began to search and search and search for security. There was none. So the very first question he asked the teacher for the very first time, hey, do you know where the security room is? The security room, she said. There is no security room. He asked her, why don't you have security in this school? And she said, it doesn't matter. It's just kids. They're just kids. We don't need security. So he began to become extremely suspicious.